Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Smart Poker YouTube channel and another episode of Humpdazed. This is number 65, and we hope everybody listening is having a wonderful week so far, and you're halfway there to the end. And as always, I'm here with my wife, Crispy Wannabe.
Cheers, everyone. Hope you're having a lifted day, getting all smoked up, and
we'll get the link up here.
We'll get that link up going on, and maybe if you're feeling like you want to share something or want to share your garden, we'd love to have you come on and we could talk about your garden or just hang out. Later on, we can we'll go over what we got going on in our garden and
some other stuff we want to go over too. Pin the message to join. Cheers to Innova, Small Tubes, Restart, Spark, Seed Person One. Small Tubes is saying, and he has me laughing my ass off over. I was reading it. Dude, don't know why I felt my wallet's gone. Oh, that's hilarious. I could see.
It's funny. It's that show. We're referencing Seinfeld here. Anybody that's listening later, or on Spotify, it always puts me in a good mood. Laughing is a great medicine, and that show does it for me.
Oh yeah.
I want to welcome Art Man. How are you doing today, buddy? Wow, those phones are really picking up and exploding, but you know, I expect no less out of the Flow OG. She's crazy.
Isn't that nuts? She's busting it.
Busting for sure. Looking mighty
I was
fun.
gonna say, how long was we gone, man? Look at this thing. They're like fucking 3 times the size as I remember. And I see you got some artwork up there, man.
I do. I'm prepping for the show this next weekend or this weekend.
Yes, this is coming up on the 20th. Am I right? The 20th?
Oh, there it is. The 19th, Saturday the 19th at 2 Pacific, 5 Eastern.
2 Pacific. I put a marker in my calendar to remind me, so I would definitely not miss it. And we want everybody else to do that too. Remember, over to Chad Westford. You get the link.
Yeah, I'm looking through my.
Oh yeah, I didn't even tell it what it was. It's the Best Grow Show with Chad Westport, and I'll be on this next Saturday.
Right on. Congratulations.
Lincoln shot. If you just bear with me, I have so many, and
I can't wait to watch. Art, you represent yourself well. You represent the community well. Your art's fucking amazing, man. And I hate to cuss a lot, but
it's amazing.
Yeah, it's amazing. And
your art, I must say, is hard for me to tell from a photograph or a photo taken with a camera.
Yeah, I saw
very talented.
Two people on the couch, man. Them 2 people on the couch on your Instagram.
Oh yeah,
that is amazing, man.
So I'm going to put the link for Chad Westport.
Cheers to the chat to Rowdy Seed Person, Rowdy 420 Seed Person One. They're small to the American ones there. The Ganja Ghost of Starshine Cannabis. Make sure everybody checks out Starshine Cannabis.
I'll be getting that link up too as well. I'm going to start putting up the links in the chat as soon as I.
So we can't dip out on the art. We can't dip out on the Art Man thing yet. I gotta ask him. Hold on, Art. I didn't put you on the big.
Okay.
Can we redo that? I got my hands.
Yeah, because
What do you need?
Would you be willing to take your camera and go closer to the art? Is that
something? Okay. Yeah, sure. Okay.
I'm gonna make you co-host first. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna pin you on the big screen here.
I am co-host.
Yeah, because you know me, I hit the wrong button. Someone's got to be here to save us, man. Look at that. And that reminds me of my mother a little bit. Just the hair and the hippie shirt stuff. It's crazy. The face is different, but I love that era. That's like a 70s style. I can just imagine the picture. That's wonderful.
It's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful.
Yeah.
She was at my house today. Brought it down for me.
Oh, that's so cool.
It was nice. Yeah, I gave it to her, so she deserved it. And there, of course, is Hashman John.
Yeah, that's
smoking his head.
That's a pretty fresh picture. Now, let me ask you. I don't want you to give away your set, but is this what you're going to do? Is like show some art or something like that on Chad's show?
Just these. These. We'll talk about it a little bit. That's about it, really.
Yeah, and I'm sure you're going to show your growing stuff too, correct?
That's it.
All right.
Do mostly grow, a little bit about the art. So, but
Yeah.
mostly grow. That's his thing.
Yeah, the art kind of is a little peek in beside the behind the scenes of who the art man is, not just a grower, it's something else, and people enjoy looking at that. It brings them pleasure seeing them
Oh,
pictures,
I'm
You know what?
glad.
I put the link in chat. If you didn't see it here, he only showed a few pieces, but he shows a lot more of his artwork on Instagram. You can check his cool pieces out there
Yeah,
and
man.
be astonished and amazed like me.
For some reason, they're not seeing what we're seeing. Let me turn my camera off.
Okay, they saw the grow that whole time. Oh,
Fucking idiot. I'm an idiot, art man. I had you pinned.
What'd you do?
I had you pinned and not spotlighted, and it didn't even show
he's
you.
gonna have me doing laps in that room. You're gonna
Hey,
get
man.
some exercise tonight there, Art Man. Hope you're okay with that.
Is that what it is? I don't know. Are you
Yeah,
seeing
we're
it?
seeing that
I see smot on
well,
my
I'm seeing it now.
my camera.
No, when we talk, it cuts the screen out. What the fuck is going on
You need another person to join,
here? Let me
right?
see.
Isn't
It
that
helps.
what it is?
It helps.
Yeah,
Something
we're
like that.
with our big mouths, maybe.
I'm gonna mute myself, man, and then you'll be the only one on the screen, and you can please tell everybody. I'm sorry.
What am I doing? I'm sorry. You just muted yourself, didn't you?
It's all you. It's your show. We quit. We can't figure it out.
Oh, I see.
I'm just kidding. I said
I see.
I'll mute
Don't hand the
myself.
controls to me, buddy. I don't know how to use them. Anyway.
No, you're good. I think that it actually worked. I'm seeing it on my screen right now,
Okay.
but
All right.
I just wanted
Back
people
over.
to get a good glimpse. I didn't mean to push you on front
I
street.
wanna
Oh,
say,
that's okay. I'm cool. It's all good.
Patrick, you are a man of many talents.
Yes. Rowan. What's hold on. I just got to tell you something. What are those like gears laying there or some sort of that's the innards to something, isn't it?
What? Oh, you talking the these
Dry
things?
shaft. Look like a dry
Oh,
shaft.
this is a flood and drain for the system here. You hook a pump to this one, it floods the tray. It raises up to this level and drains into this one, out into the tray again. So it's just another flood and drain kit I had sitting there. That's all.
I like that. It looked like little electronic motor drives or something. Like, what the hell is he into in there, man?
You're nosy, aren't you?
I
I look behind everybody in their grow tours. I want to see what's on their shelves. I want to see what they're using.
Oh yeah. Sometimes you come.
I'm nosy.
I'm the same way. I'm like, hey, you got a really nice texture in your walls there. They're like, what the hell are you talking about? It interrupts the whole thing. You can tell like that wasn't what they was expecting. But yeah, I do the same shit, dude. I think we all do.
But you can see
Absolutely.
I've seen some really cool things in
Yeah,
other people's
artwork and
grow
shit,
rooms,
yeah.
just in the background. It's pretty awesome. Some of that here on the show, just like people decorating their tents and just doing different things.
I'm gonna get rolled up. I got this joint to roll, and then we can maybe go over our tent. We can go over our little trip, let people know what happened and what we're going there, and we got some stuff to talk about.
Yeah, because we missed Sunday's show and we went away and we were hand watering for this whole grow, and we decided to get a watering system before we took that day. We were gone 2.5 days.
Yep.
So yeah, we didn't want to chance it. I think we did
Well,
pretty good.
you know what it was is I ordered it. I thought it was going to be a lot longer till I got here, and then I was come home and it was it was just sitting on my porch, and I'm like, I didn't get an email saying delivered, out for delivery. You know how the whole thing goes. I'm like, this don't make sense, and it's because I ordered it right through Mars and not Amazon. For some reason, I don't think I got an email or anything, but
because
it just showed up.
Yeah, we ordered on a date we thought was like with what was a good solid week before our vacation, but they said that they wasn't going to be able to ship until a certain date.
And it showed up.
And then it showed up, so it worked out. That was pretty awesome.
Yeah.
And
it's a nice system too. Looks really nice.
Easy to set up. I mean, fairly easy to set up. Slot how to use some muscle. But we have tips for anybody else that may be interested in this, we're gonna go over that when we go in the tent. We're gonna show you how we did it and how it works. And
Yeah, like some of the connections we had to, they're just like a pressure fitted connection. You just push the tubing on there, and then like pressure like holds it or whatever. But they did want to go on, so I found that if I heated it up really good with a blow dryer on the end, and then kind of slide it on quickly and hold it there for a second, it would cool down, and it really seemed to lock them in tight. It didn't say that anywhere in the directions, but I did it, and I don't think it was detrimental to like the hoses ability to not break later or anything like that. I think it just worked really good. And I was like, damn, I felt like king shit. I put a little bit of soap on the nipple there and heated them up, and they slid right on. I let them dry. So far, no problem. So little stuff like that, if anybody's getting one of those systems, and that's probably a million other people are probably sitting there. No shit, asshole. Everybody knows that trick. We've been putting these together for years, but this is our first one.
Instructions, they recommend that you use like a
Yeah.
vegetable-based oil. So we did that on some of them, and then we used soap on some too, just to
The
see,
heat, yeah.
and we used the heat because that just it made it a lot easier, because there was no way I was going to get those to go in to place. Not like Smart, I needed his muscle, but yeah, it's a really nice system. And we didn't have to pay full price either. That was the cool thing. And you want to tell them the code to use so that anybody looking for this system don't pay full price.
Or anything for Mars or anything.
Exactly. Any products for Mars that they offer.
Or other products too. Check out the Doc MJ and Coco for Cannabis Equipment Guide. They have a lot of codes there. The code for Mars is CCFC. And I think there's a couple other ones that hold that same code. But anyhow, yeah, you'll get a discount, and you'll be funding a pretty cool site. And here's the thing a lot of people don't know, and I like to mention this. You can go through Doc's site, go to the equipment page, click on an Amazon link to a light, any light that's there. And then when you get to Amazon, you just go ahead and proceed to type in the search what you're going for, and you can buy anything on Amazon and he'll get the credit. So it's just the fact that you linked to Amazon through that site. He will get like a 5% kickback. You know how that shit works. And I think it's went down over the years. You don't get the revenue that you once did, but it's a way to help, even if it's $5 or $10 kickback to the site,
Yeah, if I'm buying a product anyway,
yeah,
I'm sure I'm gonna try to
you don't lose anything.
You're not gonna lose anything, and you're helping out someone that so freely gives out the information that is like so desperately needed in this community.
Yeah.
The science-based information. So yeah, definitely
do that trick.
Do
and
that
help us
trick.
out, man. I'm trying to think. Stop me, Art Man, if you have something you want to chime in on here. Let me think. What else? All right. Well, I guess we got 30 people here. A lot of people know we went on a trip, and it was a lot of fun. And there was one specific thing that was very amazing about this trip, man, that we didn't even know until the last minute, was that right where we were at in the Catskills was a perfect viewing spot for a meteor shower. It was happening the first night we arrived. And
well, it's still happening, folks. This meteor shower lasts till September 1st, but the peak viewing
days were those 2 days.
2 days, and it was such a beautiful.
It was so cool. We got to sit there with Doc MJ and some other and our friend Berkshire Bud and hang out and smoke some big fat hog legs of just good different buds, Haldane Aces and shit. And it was just amazing. We had some really good hash and shit that Berkshire Bud brought. He had like 12 different kinds of bubble hash, all these dabs and edibles, and oh, it was amazing, man. And to see these meteor showers, I've never seen a meteor shower that prevalent in my life, that bright. We saw some burning up with green and some burning up with red, and it was absolutely amazing. A fire going behind us. We had these big, comfortable lawn chairs, and I just remember thinking, like, I can't wait to express to our friends on the show how much fun we had in this specific moment, in particular.
It was really awesome. To be able to wish on a shooting star, it was almost surreal. The people I was with, and just the excitement of just being able to meet such awesome, cool people.
Yeah,
so,
it was really fun, man.
Kind of riding that high, and we came back to like it was so relaxing there. I didn't even worry about the plants really. I mean, I knew we had the Mars hydro system.
Yeah.
Excuse me. And you know, we come back and our plants are looking
I actually noticed. a
fine on
difference.
new. I'm gonna screw it up. So
Fine and a new set of snow tires.
that's it. Yeah, that's the one.
Cheers, weed nerd.
You should
Texas, everybody. Oh, Texas weed hopper, no problems, man. That's something, one thing I'm gonna talk about here in a minute too. Is something along those lines. But the trip was wonderful. We had a beautiful ride. And one thing I also noticed is that we left here where we live near Pittsburgh. We don't live in downtown Pittsburgh, but we left here near the Pittsburgh area.
On the
And-
outskirts.
And we drove all the way up there through these goat paths. We took the back way, stayed up the turnpike, had a bunch of weed in the car. We had like 3 ounces of good buds, and we're rolling along. And it was such a nice ride, man. It was sunny. We had like, it was just perfect. We saw these deer and everything, and it was, and the scene never changed. It was like it was a 7-hour drive from where we lived to the Catskills. But it was like the same valley the whole way, you know, it's the same mountains and everything. But it was beautiful. We got out through Happy Valley. You could see, so that the trip was also part of the journey for me. You know, I had a fun time, and
We could relax a lot more on the journey back because we didn't have so much weight on us. 3 ounces, that makes me nervous. And you know, the 4 of us did a great job smoking that down to like
I got to
we
say, I
had
was
small.
impressed.
I'm very impressed. That's really cool. And I'm impressed with how much I could handle and smoke too. You know, I'm like,
We kept rolling them.
Impressed.
I was surprised with Doc MJ, really surprised me. The dude can really blaze the fuck out, man. We were rolling the fattest joints we could possibly, and he can roll like no one's business. He has this trick. I mean, it's not really a trick, I guess. I've seen other people do it, but he uses the dollar bill as like a belt, you know, and puts the paper in there. But he makes these perfect cones, and it was like wonderful with hash in it. And
yeah, very.
we kept dumping the chores on him. We'd grind it up. Hey, Doc, roll this up, you know? So it worked out great. We sat there and just smoked and smoked and smoked. I haven't achieved it like that. And I couldn't tell you when, man. It was just like one after another pretty much. And
I do want to give up the tapes, and I'll let you know Doc's secret to such a perfect joint. And we have one that he rolled that we brought back as a souvenir, and it's perfect. I got a photo of it.
yeah,
You have to use a $20 bill.
that's his trick.
That's the trick.
hope we're
to
not
get
giving
it
up his-
so
Did we
perfect,
just
but
give up his
I
private
give
trick?
up the tapes.
The private trick to 20. But anyhow, it was fun, man. For those of you that have a good respect for Doc or were also friends with him or however you look at it, it was pretty revealing. And he's such a cool, regular, amazing guy. It's just full of good energy, good ideas,
yes.
good conversation, man. We talked about hydrodynamics. We sat on a waterfall, me and Doc MJ, toking this big fat joint. And talking about the hydrodynamics of the creek in front of us and why the water is making these sharp turns instead of taking the short path, and just a bunch of crazy stuff. It was a wonderful time, man. Decompression, and we really needed it. And I'm going to get to that in a minute. And we've got some other news lately that we kind of needed to get away and have some friends and you know, kind of just change the scene for a little bit.
Yeah, decompress. It was
Yeah.
definitely a tranquil trip, and it was very well.
So I guess the next
Yeah.
thing,
You want to tell them? We'll tell them the news, and then
then move right on to the
go right to the tent. The both of us. We're gonna make Artman co-host prior to that, in case like.
already did.
Oh, okay, cool. Because
Already
I don't
did.
want to like go over there
And here's the
yeah.
feed, yeah. All right, so this is what's been happening. I don't know. I think some of people here have listened enough to maybe know or that I had to go to the hospital a few times. I had some shit going on, and finally, after a few times, we finally got a diagnosis for me. And it's something I've been dealing with semi-privately, as well as like trying to run our business and shit. And it's been stressful as hell. And so the diagnosis is I have an autoimmune disease. It's actually an autoinflammatory disease. And the name of it's a little hard for me. You guys can Google it. It's called hidradenitis suppurativa. And what it is it's kind of disgusting. But you know, I thought about this over the day of like, should I tell people? Should I not tell people? And I feel like I came to the conclusions that I wanted to, because I feel like everybody here is my friend, and or I consider them the Canna fam. And I feel like if I'm short tempered, like maybe I might have been with somebody lately, or if I feel like or if I'm like absent minded, or if I don't if you send me something on Instagram and I answer or don't answer right away and shit, I hope I can get a pass for being semi distracted. So what this disease is it's your immune system attacks its own hair follicle and sweat glands under your arms. It could be in your groin area, it could be other places. Luckily, I've only had it under my arms. It starts out, it's pretty much if anyone's ever shaved and gotten like an infected hair or hair follicle, or I know for me, I've had infected nose hairs and they really hurt, man. They'll make your eyes water when you touch them. And I'm sure everybody out there knows what I'm talking about. That kind of it gives you a bump like pimples under your arm like that. Now, there's different stages where you could be like an easy stage, I guess you would call it, is just semi-painful ones that stick around for a little while. There's no known cure. There's no known cause for the disease. It can progress to really maximum stages where you get like boils and they can weep and stink and it could get like, it's really disgusting, man. And it scares me. It scares the fuck out of me. There's nothing that I can do to take care of it. There's no way to really prevent it from happening. All you can do is take care of it when you have the like the flare up or whatever you want to call it. So I've had it a couple times in the last few months, and it is painful. Some are worse than others. So far, I've been lucky not to have any crazy, like nothing, bleeding or crazy like that. But it's got my anxiety up, man. It's like you're sitting there waiting for this time bomb. When's it gonna go? What's triggering it? So here's some of the triggers that they told me, or here's some of the people that are prone to get it. And this is another weird thing. They say people of color are more prone to get it. I'm a Caucasian male. Women are more prone to get it. I'm a male. The most people that get it are usually between prepubescent age or right around puberty up to the age of 30. And most people stop getting it when they turn around 50. It starts to die off. I didn't get my first one until I was 43. And it mostly hits obese women. I'm skinny as hell. I'm the exact opposite of every marker that usually hits, which is why I think it took them a little bit longer to hit it. Now, there is one marker that I do have. They said 90% of people that get this disease are either current or former smokers of cigarettes. And I thought that was crazy. They said that we don't know how the science leads us there, but it does. And so there's that part of it.
But that part has a silver lining in the fact that we're never going to pick up cigarettes again. It just gives us that reason that you need to really not pick it up again. And we're trying to cut we still have the vape, but we're trying to work on cutting that out of our life too.
And it also infringes on my monetary value of myself. So we have a small company so our insurance can be very expensive. Co-pays can get expensive. And with something like this, I might be at the hospital a lot more than I want to be. And this can really start chewing up. And that alone is another anxiety. And it can cut down on the shit you want to do. If you're having that happen to you, you don't want to like go on a trip to see your friends or head to the water park with your wife. You might make plans and wake up and be like, no, I can't go. So, it's been killing me, man. I've been dealing with a lot. So again, if I'm kind of distracted, if we cancel a show without much notice, things like that, please give me a pass. And one thing I want to say, if anyone takes anything away from this, I just wanted you guys to know for those reasons. I don't want pity. I don't want people like messaging me, asking me if we need help with our bills, because that happened one time. I'm like, damn, no, I didn't mean it that way. So make sure you just take it as an explanation of things that could distract us, keep us from the show, whatever. And you'll kind of put us up there in your sending some good vibes list.
Maybe keep coming back to the show and hanging out with us twice a week, because Smart needs that to decompress. And he uses this as sort of a therapy to like really, he stresses out about life sometimes, and running a business is pretty scary sometimes. And we need this. We need you guys. And it's awesome that you're always here and hanging out with us. Wouldn't want to do this without you.
No, these are my close fucking friends, man. And I like doing this every week, and you come back every week. And I feel like, I try to have a private life, but at a certain point, I feel like I kind of owe it, or I kind of want you to know what's going on with me, not for pity or whatever, just so you know, like you're a part of my family. And I would tell my family, right? I don't know how else to put it, but yeah. So anyhow, that's what we got going on. And yeah, man, everything's good. Like, I have a lot of blessings in my life, and the biggest one's sitting right beside me. And without that, it would mean shit. We have our plants, we have our good friends, we have a means of income. We have a nice home. So it's not like woe is me or anything. I'm very, very blessed and have a good attitude and everything. And I appreciate everybody listening and being our friend, man, for sure.
And I want to say thank you. Thank you, Smart. You're awesome. And we're gonna get through this. We have an awesome community behind us. And we are lucky because, this could be a lot worse. And, the doctor is optimistic. It's, he's being treated. So the medicine's working.
Yep.
And it's important that we get it treated when it shows up. So there's a plan, and attitude is everything. We're gonna work on, decompressing more and just relaxing more and using that beautiful plant that's on our screen to,
Help us out.
help
Man.
us out
It's all good.
with the hobby, with growing it, which is, I think Smart and I, I know Smart gets more, just as much, or if not more pleasure out of growing this plant as he does smoking. I don't see a world in which Smart can be happy without growing cannabis.
It's something, so not everybody here understands that. We don't even have to explain.
Yeah.
Everybody here.
But yeah, I'm excited about that Morris Hydro water system, which, pretty much is taken a lot of my a lot of chores. Not that it was a big chore, but it chews up a lot of time to go in there and water plants, especially if you have 2 tents going. I rather just have my time, just open the tent and checking out the plants instead of be worrying about getting Johnny Longspouts out. So
Yeah, the auto water is nice. And I noticed that black bucket does keep our pH a little bit more stable than the yellow one I had. I never thought it would be that big of a deal, but it's quite different. I've noticed it already just from the other day. And when we come back and I'm like, yeah, everything's still nice. There's Texas Weed Offer. What's up, buddy?
Texas, nice to see you, buddy.
Hey, Tex.
Thank you. I don't know whether I got my audio enabled yet.
We got your audio.
Is good. We just don't see your camera, buddy.
And I'm working on that.
Hey, you take your time and work on that. We're gonna eventually head over and show the people the water. I figured, why not?
Yeah.
It's worth doing. I wish we would have done an unboxing video or setting it up, because it was very nice. Pretty, like I said, pretty easy setup. And we'll go in there and show you everything involved. And along with the pH, it's the black bucket with a lid. I think that it'll help. Like, I think the reservoirs will last longer hours because it's dark. It's not letting that light in to get that bacteria started. Because, like Smart said, we use yellow buckets or white buckets, and that's letting a lot of light pollution in.
I thought the yellow ones were a little better, but it's not.
Keep letting this joint go out.
It's all right. I wanted to say cheers to the chat. Thanks for the everybody showing some grower love there. I appreciate it. And then there's Small Tubes. He's been Seinfeld the hell out of us, and I that shit's hilarious to me because I get every one of them. I'm thinking, oh man, that's good. But Jack Lawrence, Ganja Ghost still there. Ross Anante, Jay Patrick. Yeah, man.
Old school, how you doing?
Oh, there's old school. Yeah.
Hooey. It's nice to have all of our friends here with us. This community is really amazing. Really amazing.
Did we show them
the plants?
Yeah, that's while he's getting set up here.
Yeah, we can maybe go over and do that.
Let's see him.
Another show.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, do you want to, we can just do this.
You want to do it?
Yeah.
I'll stay in here and you can handle it. All right.
Just
Then
let me put a piece of tape. I don't really care if I put a piece of tape over my camera. That way,
it'll at least
people eventually will know what I look like.
This will at least give you some fuzzability.
Yeah, I mean, there's a things happening in Pennsylvania that if the right things happen, then we'll be able to just come on and be in front of the camera with all you guys, and
that's the goal.
We got good news there. Or?
Yeah, supposedly they're working on a bill that'll give us some rights and just
recreation, some growing.
And I think it's finally possibly going to get bipartisan support. See, I'm not real smart when it comes to politics, and I don't really understand a lot of like bills, and it has to go through the House and the Senate. Like I get it, but I can't speak freely on it, or I can't speak, I don't say it, authoritative because I don't really fucking know, man. All I can say is it sounds good, and I'm hoping what I heard was correct, and that's what it was. Is that there was going to be some home grows for us, right, babe? It was
Yeah,
like, pretty
yes.
decent numbers. I think it was like 12 plants a person.
Yeah, recreation, not just for medical.
Not just for medical either. And it was, but and the biggest was is I didn't even know this really kind of was like in the House or whatever, but they said that it was receiving bipartisan support, but something was still holding it up. You know how it always goes, man. It's always something, but yeah, lots of good news for us. I just like hearing that even they're talking about it, I guess.
That would be great. Fantastic.
Yes, that would be wonderful. No, you're good, Chrissy. Go ahead.
Should I admit her?
Yeah, no, I let her in there, man. We should.
I know that.
I gotta
It just popped
mine.
up on my screen, that's all.
I just have the spotlight on until she gets set up in case it would show her face or whatever, or she drops it.
Cool.
Looks like you're good to go if she hooks up with the
So does anybody have any secret photos of y'all without fucking face locks?
what's that?
Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah, there we hear you now.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna try not to do this. Can you shut that camera off? Because I might get in front of it.
Yes, give me 1 second.
Sure, I'll give you some time, but I want to show people this.
You're good now. Go ahead.
Okay.
Auto water. Nice.
Yeah, I just wanted to show you that we have to block the wire from our cat, but right here is a switch.
Your fucking cat is wired? Oh my God.
She will be. She
have
chews
it
all the wires. She'll be
on a timer that we can plug it into the timer. Actually,
That's the timer right there that I need to plug it into. That's the one I had set up when we were gone, but I need to resituate it and hook it all back up. It's still being tweaked, like the emitters, some run off quicker than others, so I'm still tweaking a little bit, but there you can see the pump.
Wait. Automation, baby.
Yeah, it's got a filter on it.
Yeah, so do I on my pump.
Yep, it's got a filter on it. It's got a, little grommets there. That little tube on the side tells you how full it is. There's like a floating ball, and it's pretty simple setup, man, and very ingenious, but very practical. The one thing I've been hearing everybody tell me is that the emitters are known to like become janky. What it's set for today won't be what you get tomorrow because some emitters will clog more than others. They said eventually you'll just have the little tubes there, and that's fine. We might end up going to that if it's easier. So we'll see. One thing I did figure out is it's either a 4 or an 8 plant setup. You can't do any variation of the two. You still have to hook it up and just shut those ones off. You know what I mean? You can't just set it up for that only. So that's what I did. I hooked it up for 8 and turned 2 off and just sat them off to the side. And we have 6 of them going there.
It looks really nice.
Yeah, it seems to work good. Like it's kind of tough though, because the 2 middle ones run off quickly. The ones on the left run off, they take forever, like literally twice as much water almost to run off. So it's hard to set them up to where these emitters can spray enough to water the whole top area, but still be low enough that they run off at the same time. It's a bit of a guessing game. I can see why people aren't crazy about these type of emitters, but for $80, I think they'll really help us, and they'll be great in solo cups too and shit like that. So I think we'll be just fine, man. We'll get it.
Oh, it's worth it for the vacation.
Oh hell yeah, $80. That's what I told
Just-
her. It's a handful of pizzas for a group of people. You know what I mean? So we'll see. It should help us out. And we still get in there and check it and stuff. And yeah, it's weird. I don't know why they put that handle there. If you lift the bucket up, you'll actually break off that little viewing port on the other side. And that's the one bad thing I noticed about it. But other than that, that's our grow going on. You can see she's showing some of the buds there. They're not huge, but they're nice variety. That's 6 different strains. So there's probably a jar or 2 per plant. And
Nice.
MK Ultra's that one. Look how weak it is. It's way behind, very little. I don't get it. It's just slow going. It's way behind everything else. These ones are a lot nicer. For 1 gallon
A lot
pots.
fatter.
Yeah, for
Jeez.
1 gallon pots, they should give at least, a good.
Smell my finger.
We should have had you turn your phone sideways. Look at us, like a bunch of
Oh,
rookies.
sorry. I'm
Yeah, what's the
sorry.
matter with you?
What's the
You
matter with
Upside
us?
down, actually. How's that? Woo!
Female asked me that, I never know what to expect.
But yeah, they look good, man, and we're happy with them. The
They do.
smells are wonderful. The Ghost Train Haze is looking like it's going to finish first. It's one of the smaller ones as far as bud size, and yeah, hoping for some variety. And they still got a couple weeks, so maybe we'll get some good plumping. So I look forward to that. We'll see how much we stress them here with our tuning the auto for, but
They look really good. I don't think you really damaged them at all.
no,
I wouldn't
I
think.
I think they look all right. They got some burnt tips.
Not in the least.
Couple leaves fell off, some of them back ones in the corner there. I noticed they're a little unhappy, but we're getting late there. I don't believe it to be natural senescence. I believe it to be like something's pissed off at the root zone on that one. But yeah, she might be able to show you. There's a couple. See, there's a couple right there that are coming off, and probably a little bit of a high EC. See those ones? These ain't, they look good from the top, but they ain't fucking perfect, man. And one thing I don't strive for is perfection. I just do the best I can and hope the results follow, and we're happy with them. Definitely happy. Not, I feel very blessed, but I definitely, I think auto water will help keep that from happening next time. That hand watering stuff business, especially on small pots. Excuse me, but yeah. There's our buddy Texas. You got yours working now.
Hey, looky there. Woo!
Big dog. Nice. I see the plants look, that one over there on the left's looking like it's getting real nice, man. I know the one's a little bit behind the rest of them too, which might be the comparison that I see.
Well, let me turn things around here.
Let me get you on the big screen, buddy.
So actually things are looking pretty ripping.
They do.
When you dial in the VPD, it's pretty good. And I don't even want to talk about bugs, so we won't go there.
No, it's all good. And like I said, man, I've been dealing with a lot. So if I got short tempered with anybody, and one of those might have been you, I apologize. I played that day over in my head a couple of times and went back, and I'm thinking, that's not how I like to handle it.
Okay, just to clear the air, I have a self-defensive thing when the old lady gives me shit about fucking reacting to fucking people criticize me on. So it's if everybody just loves what everybody's doing, it's all cool because everybody's got to deal with their own shit. But
that's it.
Yeah, we want to totally promote that love.
And don't. Okay, honestly, I'm on your show, so I'm not going to go into it much. But I was sorry about being reactive to that because that's not what I want to do. I want to grow, and I want everybody to grow, and
right on.
I want everybody to realize don't freak out because all this shit you see on the internet because it's not true, all of it. Okay, just look for yourselves. Okay, let nature do its shit, and bugs don't eat much.
Yeah,
sorry.
Hey, we'll call it water under the bridge, Texas. How's that, man? But I love the way.
Yeah, your plants are gorgeous. Absolutely.
No, that's perfect, and honestly look at them. Okay, nothing's fucking clawing, nothing's burning. Nature is doing its job. Okay, so
that soil you're happy with.
I know that Coco and fucking DWC, I've done DWC before, but it can turn on you in a heartbeat.
Oh yeah.
You make one fucking wrong measurement because your tool was fucking misadjusted and you're fucked. So anyway,
we are
sorry. I love y'all, and I'm glad that y'all didn't reject me just for being an ass last year, last week. But I had a few too many beers, and I'm on my way right now. But everything's good.
No, it's fine. Only thing that we ask sometimes, whenever it seems like, I'll just be honest, when people get to drinking, they sometimes lose track of like the social awareness of being able to be in the conversation with many other people and give
No,
everybody.
and I did last week, and I understand that. I
All
realize
good,
that.
buddy. Water
And
under.
it's all cool because
Yep.
you're actually a good host and knew that too. So
Thank
honestly,
you.
it's all cool. We're all good, so I ain't worried about it.
Right, man. And I'm like I said, I'm always anxious to see it grow because we've seen these plants since they were just wee lasses in the solo cups. We were just starting them, and I love.
That's why I want to keep y'all up to date.
Yeah, this is the best.
I'm really
This is what
proud of it, and I love natural because it saves me so fucking much money on bottled newts. I'm sorry, it's ridiculous.
I agree. No, it's like you said earlier, man. Different people, different ways, and this is obviously successful, and it's making you happy, and it's creating medicine, and that's the big deal, man. Do you mind if we go over to strains? Because I always forget, and I think the listeners probably do too.
No.
Get over it.
I'm out of here. Okay, cool. Everything's good.
Let's see if like I can remember straw. No,
No,
It wasn't
that's how I
doing
seen it.
I know, but I was wondering. I thought that he was doing one too, but I could be wrong. And I do forget the strains too. But I'm a stoner.
Yeah, you got
You
an
know?
excuse.
I forget a lot of stuff, and I remember stupid random shit like business.
All right,
Remembering.
where are we at on these? Like, how many weeks now? It's 4 or 5, maybe. I think. I don't know if you can hear us.
What's that?
Are we talking to me?
You're talking to
Because
Texas, right?
Yeah,
You
we're
just said
talking
art.
about-
Okay,
Oh.
you just asked me.
Did you say? I
I
don't
say
even.
art. I meant
I-
Texas. I'm all hot up.
Sorry, I don't know who's on the View, but I put all my seeds in water except for one of them on 7/14 Quaalude Day.
Oh yeah.
Quaalude Day. Is that the number that was written on the Quaaludes back in the day? 7/14.
Royer 7/14 before they came out with lemons and all that shit. Okay. I mean, if you did Quaaludes back in the day, you know what I'm talking about. It was 7/14.
Oh, that was before my time, man. But I've
Yeah.
heard other people reference that, I think, or
Well,
something.
you're too fucking young, son.
I am, man. 43. That's just showing your age, Texas. That's
Oh, sorry.
Hey, you
all right.
still can find those. They're just tucked away in some old lady's drawer, or I mean older, or an.
No, we don't mean old ladies. I know what you mean.
Time frame where you could still get that kind of thing, and
No, those are dangerous, man.
like black beauties or something that you don't. I heard a lot about, like, from my parents' generations talking about that kind of thing.
That
But,
drugs
yeah.
there.
Those are about. Don't do drugs, just cannabis.
No,
The only thing dangerous about cannabis is getting caught with it. Which reminds me, I do want to give a quick shout out to Last Prisoner Project, and Uncle Rick over at the Let's Be Buds show is going to put on that show. And again, I'm going to get those links in. But
It's
yeah,
1 month from today.
yeah, 1 month from today. So, but yeah,
and nobody should be in fucking jail for pot.
That's right.
Amen to that.
Not when the government's
Amen.
making money off of it.
Now you have a GG, a seed from us, right? Did that ever pan out for you?
Yeah.
Because that's it right there.
That is this plant right here. That is Gorilla Glue, but I don't know whether it's Gorilla Glue or Gorilla Glue 4. I just know that it's from NL Seeds.
Yeah.
But that's the girl. I'm sorry, I think it's a girl, but she's looking really fucking good. She's actually she's really healthy.
Looks nice.
He looks great, because we were kind of worried about her. I was anyway in the beginning.
Well,
Some of the other ones didn't work out for you.
I popped 2 of them, and one
Yeah.
of them was shit, and the other one was this. So whatever.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, I ain't worried
You
about
ain't
it.
bad.
Shit,
did a
I
great
got
job with that.
however many more seeds in the fucking little baggie.
Yeah.
It's just that variation.
Hey, I know this is the first run with some of that new soil, man. I'd say it's been a pretty much a success. I know some of it's not new and some of it was. You just built it this first run in it. And I'm really not surprised.
Actually, you are correct, and that's for me. Okay, it's a nice comparison because, I'm sorry. This pot is a 30 gallon. This pot is a 30-gallon full of Bill of Soil 3.0. Okay, first run, brand new. Never did anything. I added worms. I grew a cover crop. It's all good. But then, when I compare it to my soil that I re-amended, okay, I don't see any differences. I don't see any deficiencies. I don't see any excesses. Okay, everything looks good. So it's kind of nice to have a good reference. In fact, I think the Build a Soil, because it was actually the first run, did worse.
I was just gonna say yours definitely kept pace, if not did better, in mine.
No, as far as the startup, I think the Build a Soil did worse because this plant is the same genetics as that plant and that plant. And you know what? It might be male female thing, but this one is Build a Soil 3.0. That one is my soil with about 2 runs on it. And that one, okay, I'm guessing here, but I know the order that I put the pots in the room. I think that's also a new pot of Build a Soil 3.0, but it's a 15-gallon. So anyway, long story short, it's an experiment.
Yeah, everything was.
Oh yeah, that's what makes it fun. That's what I like about growing is the experimental parts of it.
You make little changes, and you know what those changes are. Blah blah blah. But don't go off on all these tangents that a lot of people do, because it's anyway.
No, that's a good, and that's what we were saying. Like, it's nice you have something to compare your soil to, and like you were saying, yours is doing just as good, if not better. It could be a female or a male or whatever, but nonetheless, they all look healthy. And it would, you'd probably feel some kind of way if the Builder soil was vastly outpacing your homemade soil, and that's not the case. So I'm glad to see that. And damn, Art Man's loading that.
I know, I love it. I love to watch you do this because my interest is more and more on the fast-paced track to getting that press out and doing some pressing. And that's after having a taste of Berkshire Buds products coming from his press.
Actually, later on, it'll be, interesting to see what I have to amend or how things go. But honestly, after a few grows, I've seen how things progress, and I'm more aware of the signs as things change. So, a lot of it is experience.
Oh yeah.
You can't just grab a recipe and say, this is what I need to do, because it's all about you and where you're at and what you do.
You know what?
And it's as simple as that, because what you do in Pittsburgh might be totally different what I got to do in Texas. Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Today I was 105, and I actually had to crank the humidifier up because I was running up at 80% RH.
Oops, I'm sorry.
So, yeah, I just want to
and
see
it gets hot. That's crazy freaking heat, man. That's a lot of heat.
Hey, I did want to mention before I forget, not that I forgot, but I want to give a special shout out and a happy birthday to Ganja Ghost. Girl, I almost forgot it was your birthday. I saw earlier, and I want to smoke one down in honor of her birthday. I'm going to throw up the Starshine Cannabis link up again. I recommend everybody go check that out. And happy birthday! Whoop whoop!
Happy birthday!
Woohoo!
Happy birthday,
everybody
Ganja.
deserves a birthday. Every day I wake up is another good day.
Right.
That's right.
Cheers to that, Texas. I wanted to give Inova credit because Inova pointed something out really important that when we were comparing those plants, being that they're seed, that you really can't compare the soil based on their seed. But I will say to defend my thought process is that none of the plants look deficient, or like bad. I know we really, he's right, Inova's right, but I guess, like I said, to defend it, they all look like not burnt tips, not
Oh, yeah.
deficient. One's
Yes.
not astronomically like sicker looking than the other, whatever. So I think all the soils are doing well, but he's right. He makes a great point, and I want to give him credit for that. And that's why I like to chat. They interject shit that I kind of forget about sometimes, or that really needs to be. That's how it's like a group conversation.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I appreciate that. And I'll admit, I've got a little bit of stippling because you know what? I bring my compost in from outside and I got to fight off all those little bugs that are in there and, destroy them slowly, blah, blah, blah. But, they do a little bit of damage. But you know what? All these leaves are going to be gone by the time this plant is up to flowering age. So I ain't worried about it.
Right out, no doubt.
One of the best investments I made lately, though, is this AC Infinity propagation thing. Because I used to have just a flimsy piece of shit. Okay, it would bend every which way, and you had to mist every 4 hours. Just look at that bitch. It's like all full of, whatever.
Hey, we have the same.
And I misted it once. Okay, and those clones are doing fucking awesome. So. AC Infinity, you're awesome. Your documentation is fucking US based, not this Chinese bullshit. I can understand it. So blah,
Yes.
blah, blah.
Cheers.
Go for it. $35. Well worth it. I killed so many fucking seeds this year. It sucks.
Hey, we have the same one, Texas, and we like it a lot too. We have the exact same one. It's badass. It's very strong and it's a great little dome.
Heavy duty. I mean, and it holds some moisture. I didn't get that out of my other one. So yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
We're watching.
Well worth the money.
Right on.
I probably killed fucking $100 worth of seeds because I wasn't fucking doing the right shit this year.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm done. Sorry, rant off.
No, you're good. We're watching. I keep switching back and
are...
forth. Switching between. We're right now. Artman's slowly heating it up. He's putting the screws to it, slowly but surely. What's in there, Artman?
The rainbow butter.
Rainbow butter.
Oh, no, it ain't. It's dirt. Excuse me. I don't have much in the rainbow butter left. Actually,
Okay.
Holding out on that.
I want to say cheers to the chat again. I see Brian 420's with us now. Jay Patrick's still here. There's Levels, Supreme Great, Small Tubes still here. What the hell else was I gonna say about the art, man? I had something else. Oh, the American one was on there still. And I did want to take a minute and say thanks, or I wanted to say I hope he's safely moved in, and that shit can be
and
really
most of the headache and stress is gone.
Yeah, man, because that shit's very stressful. It could be a freaking headache. And it's tough to settle into a new place and new work and the whole situation. Everything's new. It can really, you start to feel lonely and you feel like isolated and shit. And that can suck, man, when you move something like that. So,
but it can be very exciting.
Yeah.
And
Yes.
it can be on, a great experience. And that's what I'm hoping is happening right now, because sometimes you need the stress of the move. And once you're in your new place, then you can just take a breath. Everything's moved. You're safe. And now you can thoroughly enjoy what's going on and christen all of the rooms that you got to smoke in.
Yeah.
Fun and exciting. And it's all about the attitude. You got to have a good attitude, and I'm hoping and sending some good vibes your way. The American one, that it all went well, and that you're having a great experience in Pennsylvania, because we're lucky. Now Pennsylvania is a whole lot cooler.
Yeah.
And I know that Collective Mary Jane and everybody listening that's from PA agrees with me.
We want to come out and meet you sometime, Tal, whenever you're all settled in. You're only a couple hours from here. We could be there in no time. But you let me know and we'll come out, meet you. You're welcome to come here anytime you want to take a trip. And looking forward to this. I wanted to mention that Tal did come up this weekend. We had the Amy Aces with us, and we have the Violet
Take a trip.
Beauregard
What
with
kind
us.
of trip you talking about?
We went on a camping trip, sort of, with Dr. MJ Coco and Berkshire Bud,
Yes.
and it was so awesome. For me, it was like it's a total honor being friends with Doc.
Yeah, they're
and
great
it's-
people, man.
He's so cool. He's so much cooler than I thought he was. Not that I didn't think he was cool before, but he exceeded the coolness.
Yeah, I got the
I want to do a 3-day camp out for the Oklahoma Harvest Fest. That should be really cool.
Oh,
September 8th through fucking 10th, I think.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. To go to a legal state and being in a legal state and just be able to relax in the creek or in the creek we hung out and in the woods and not have to worry, is a game warden going to sneak up on us and we're going to get
shit on.
hauled away and
Yeah, man.
jammed up and
No, it was
and
nice.
experience, and it just was so wild to me. Like I didn't have to worry about looking over my shoulder, and I really did totally relax, and it wasn't even on my mind that we were doing something wrong, or
You didn't have to feel like that.
it didn't feel
But it
like
was
that.
nice because Doc MJ got to smoke, and so did Berkshire, but Doc mostly because he's on the show with Tal. He knows him a lot more than Berk.
Yeah.
So it was cool that he got this. And as soon as he hit the Violet Beauregard, I think was the first one out, he was like, "Oh, that's really nice." He was smacking his lips, and then we got to talking about how it grew. I was telling him we have Stacy. Well, I wonder if Tal's ears ringing. And another thing that that we had mentioned is Tal is one of the few people, and there's others here too, but there's not a whole lot that I would just pick up and drive 7 hours away and hang out in the cabin with, because you don't know, how people are until you actually meet them. But
But
some
we've known him
people,
for
yeah, a long time.
You know what? I've met a bunch of people through the internet via gaming and growing weed, and everything has been just totally cool. Okay.
Yeah,
yeah.
and you wonder how many people are actually going to show up if you do set something like that up, and so it's got to be someone you've known for a little while and shit. But
Yeah.
I look forward to meeting a lot more of you.
I know. And being in Pennsylvania, we want to meet you, Collective Mary Jane, as well. And if we
Well,
don't
my lady's from Youngstown, Ohio, but you know what? She fucking doesn't associate with any of her family, so we're down here and blah blah blah.
Yeah, that's pretty
Yeah.
damn close too, man.
Yeah, I mean, a meetup that would be cool. Or a big Canna Fest where we all could meet together, like Vegas. It's
Yeah.
just
I know we talked about meeting up with a few people, and it's going to be a fun time. I think a few people talked about possibly.
Oh, wait. You don't even show your face on nothing. How could you meet people?
Well, because it's in person. What are they going to do? Take pictures?
That would be fucking freaky for me.
Oh,
Sorry.
really?
It would be.
Well, you know what? The people
I've never seen you before. Only a fucking hockey mask.
Ah, well, you know what?
some people have seen us. We've shown our face in
Different places,
different
private
private-
conversations.
but yeah.
But I'll show my face to anybody. All they have to do is just message me, and I'll have a conversation with anyone one-on-one. It's just I don't want a bunch of media out there, with my face.
I'm dragging you, dude. Sorry.
Oh no, it's all
We
good.
can't wait until we don't have to worry about
Oh,
that.
I
I think
hate
it's more personable when you can see and kind of look in the eye of the person.
Okay.
This is-
I skip jury duty. Okay, if they come after me for that, they can fucking come after me for my weed. Nobody's coming after me for shit.
I'm also a 2-time loser already, man. I'm fellas, so it's not.
not that not like I'm hoping that they don't even give a shit, and they're not looking for me or Smart because we don't hurt anybody. We're very low key,
No,
and
my felonies were old. They're over 20 years old too.
I still worry about people, and this is astronomical. The chances I know are so out there, but there are people that out there that I don't want them to see it's my face, and this is what I'm doing. I just don't want them to.
Yeah.
if I'm out there on a video where people can see,
It was weird because Berkshire Bud came out of the cabin was like when he first got there. He goes, "It's so weird to hear your voices not on the show or on the online meetings that we have for Coke Over Canvas. He's part of the steering committee. He's like, it's weird to actually hear you guys' voices just outside the window and come out and put a picture to the face to the voice and shit. So it is, yeah, I get it, but I think it's fun getting to meet new people. Someone who you've seen that grows a few times, you know, and you kind of know a little bit about, you know, oh, his wife just went through something.
No,
His husband.
actually, I could hear your voice in a fucking airport and recognize you, Schmuck.
Yeah,
Sorry.
yeah.
I'm sure. I hear that.
And,
Yeah.
and you know what? I personally have had my voice recognized in Asia
Wow.
where somebody called across from the restaurant and said, Chris, I knew that was you. I knew that was your laugh.
Ain't that some shit?
So we are all fucking unique in this world. And don't think for a minute that if you go fucking half a hemisphere away, people can't recognize that shit.
Oh yeah. Yeah. It's a
It's weird.
I think it's
Well-
time for another coffee, huh?
Yeah, I was just gonna say, I Bogarted the joint again, and he brings it back to life. I almost let it go out too, like I'm just holding it, like,
Yeah.
damn, I gotta stop doing that. But I'll be right back. I'm grabbing some coffee.
Actually, I was spacing out and getting so into the conversation, I forgot that my video was on. So who knows what I was showing.
No, it's all good. Yeah, I won't think it was anything.
Anyway, love y'all. I'm glad that it's a good hump day. Right, it's hump day, not Sundays.
That's right.
I lose track what day it is at being retired. So happy
Nothing
hump
wrong
day.
with that. Hey man, you put your time in, right? You get to do whatever you want now. Relax, enjoy your days as you see fit.
Usually,
That's
the wife has her own feelings about that shit. So don't retire. But don't fucking retire. Y'all kill each other.
Oh man, I never thought of that. Yeah.
How do I get out of here?
Hey Art man, how much? Now I wanted to ask you, how much do you, or should I say this? Do you keep track of? I think I know the answer. How much weight you press versus how much shit you get back?
No, not really, because it's a pain in the ass to weigh. I did it
Right.
once or twice just to see what kind of percentage it was on the rainbow butter.
Yes.
But, you know, you got to scrape it off and put it on a piece of parchment, weigh it out.
Yeah.
You know, it's a pain in the ass. So I don't bother anymore. I just smoke it.
I'm the same way. Like we were talking before, I don't really weigh my grows anymore. I don't have any reason to, so it's just a lot of extra headache. I mean, I would if I wanted to, if I was testing a new light and I wanted to do my grams,
Right.
you know, I would maybe do that for a run or two, but I don't normally put the effort in, and I wouldn't do it with you either. Like if I was you, I'd be thinking like, I'm gonna smash this bud, then it's all gonna get smoked here, so it doesn't matter really. But
Yeah,
you're
but
right.
it's sticky. It's hard to weigh.
Yeah,
That's
it
what
makes
I'm
it
saying. It's
more
very
headache.
difficult to weigh because it's really sticky. You got to scrape it all out and
But I
whatever.
get it though. If there's a new strain or something, you might want to jump on
Exactly.
away just to see what the return is
Yep.
once or twice, and then after that, it's balls to the wall, smash and smoke, right?
I just want to tell OC Grower how he did and, you know, how much percentage I got. He'd like to
Yes.
know that.
Yeah,
But as far as I'm concerned, I mean, I've got some older weed that doesn't smash worth a shit. I mean,
Yeah,
I got
that's a
some
good point.
from December. It doesn't smash anything.
you bring up a good point, Art, man. I kind of want to go back to that for a second. You brought up our friend OC Grower from OC Grower 76 actually on YouTube or on YouTube, and I think it's OC Grower 76 on YouTube as well as Instagram. What a great dude. Has access to a lot of genetics, has means to have equipment and space to be able to like make seeds and shit. And he's such a cool dude. He sends them out for free to a lot of people. And I think what you said right there shows the level of integrity that you have. And it's something that we all need to be mindful of, is that when someone sends us seeds like that, we need to do that extra little bit to weigh out what we got and kind of make a little bit of a terpene profile and give them the feedback they deserve for being so righteous and sending out seeds a lot of times on their own dime. Like the American one, no seed grower, and other people, they've sent me seeds once or more than once, and they did it on their own dime. And you know, sometimes accepting gifts, more than one gift, to make me feel uncomfortable. I have to make it right, you know. And I still have that feeling for a few of my friends. And Art, man, you may be one of them with the cat picture, you know. I still feel indebted. I was like, I'm always looking for that one day I'm gonna get you back, man. Find the right thing.
I'm gonna get you.
Yeah, the right gift.
You already
right
did it, man. You sent me a bunch of seeds. You found a way to pay me without paying me.
But you know what I'm saying?
It was funny. I thought that was cute, and it got around it. And I've shared some of those too. I've spread them around, and OC Growers sending me more of his, so I can spread those around. So
yeah,
I've been shipping them out, and he does want a report back though if you grow them. It's very important.
That's important, that if you accept them to do that. And I'm glad that you mentioned that, because it kind of fell out of my, I don't know, I just wasn't thinking about it, man. And I was thinking, like, the American one, I'm glad that we're able to grow his seeds, give a lot of reports. Now other people have actually smoked it, and I feel really good about my assessments were correct, you know. And it's nice that that we're able to report back to him. Plus, he gets to see like scrubs and shrubs and shit. But not everybody has that, you know. Not everybody gets to, like, OC Grower doesn't really get the time to be in the community as much as he would like anymore because of other things, business and stuff. So that's a great point. I'm glad you reminded me and everybody else, Art, man. If you're going to be a tester for someone, have the decency to let them know, good, bad, or indifferent. You know, what you think, how you
There you
do.
go.
You know,
A journal with
Yeah.
pictures.
well,
Or,
at least
it's
do with
nice,
whatever you
you
agree
know.
to, right?
Right.
At least hold up what you agreed to.
Feedback, but you know, that's why we're like, I like to keep journals with pictures and updates, and that's easy to do
Well, I
over
did.
for cannabis site. I'll throw that link up in the chat right now.
Well, I did Jack Greenstock's Velvet Punch. I did a journal at another site, and I sent him the link to that and kept him up to date with it and everything.
Yeah. And the thing is if they're busy and don't really want that information right now, they can easily just pass over it. You know what I mean? Or if there's something going on in their lives, they're thinking, I can't get to that. But it's there for him now. He might not have time until this winter to really go over that and put it into something or whatever you want to do. But that's how it is for me. There's things I'm sitting on now, I just don't have time for it. I'm a little distracted. So
we're getting to them though.
Getting there,
Some
yeah.
stuff that we've put off for a minute until we can get things straightened out.
Big show ideas that I just can't get to fruition yet. And when I do, I think they're going to be pretty fun and amazing. And just like we had just mentioned some things that are distracting us lately.
Yeah.
And so these things will come someday, hopefully. But yeah, good stuff.
Plus, I have this really cool room in my house that I really want to move our grow room to. I'm really hoping for that because it can be something spectacular. Because it gives us lots of space vertically.
I love it. I have
I
a 6
know.
foot. I have a 6 foot ceiling down here. My main floor, 9 foot ceilings.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Same.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
I can't use any of it because it's living space. You know.
Same here. We have some really nice space downstairs.
We're using it for storage. And you know what? Someday I'm going to take Yin's guys down there and show you the room I want to transform, and you'll see what I'm talking about.
As far as height.
The height and space.
Okay.
And you know, the floor's not carpeted, not have carpet shield, plastic floors.
Hey,
but
everybody here does that. I bet you everybody in the chat's walking through their house or shoot somebody else's house thinking, oh, that'd be a nice little grow. Oh, I could tuck a little grow in there. You know, I do this shit all the time. I'm like, oh, that'd be a perfect little crawl space for a grow. You don't even know that's there, you know?
Extra space for activities.
Oh, yeah, that would be for sure.
Yeah.
Wow, yeah, people are really suffering with heat. This is the dog days, or the dog days.
Yeah, the dog days are happening.
Or they're just finishing. Either way, it's been hot and muggy and just wow.
Yeah.
You know, the dog days of summer has nothing to do with dogs. It's actually because at a certain time in the summer, the astrological sign Sirius, the dog, comes out before the sun for a certain number of days throughout the summer of the year. And those days were known by, I think, the Greeks and Romans or whatever, to be able to be the hottest, driest days, the hardest on the drought. And it was also known as a time where open wounds would never heal quickly or correctly. And so they called it the dog days of summer because of the serious astrological sign in the sky. It has nothing to do with your dogs, but dogs do tend to be lazy and lay around more that time of year, like especially outside dogs, because it's hot.
Yeah, that's everything.
But I thought that was a pretty cool factoid that I recently learned.
We'd be dead, but you know what I mean, when it's extremely hot, and it's just stay hydrated and stay safe, folks.
Yeah.
So I don't have to worry about you.
It has been tough, man. Rough, hot lately and
Yeah.
muggy, and it starts out the morning raining, then the sun comes out and it gets so humid, man, and it costs so much money to run dehumidifier. It's inefficient. I hate it, but looking forward to winter. Just ain't wishing away my summer.
Not wishing away the summer, looking forward to winter. Give us a moment to breathe, and we need to up our air conditioner. We know what we have to do. But you know what'll happen is we'll revamp and do that to that room, and then we'll have to switch everything. Because I do want to switch the other room.
Oh, well.
Stay tuned to future shows. To
Forever
see what
progressing,
what
right?
we're talking about.
Forever advancing and trying to do better and get better, be more
Yeah.
efficient. Be
Yes.
more efficient without losing, anything in your medicine. You don't want to just cut.
I want a mini split myself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Air conditioner heater, yeah.
Yep.
That
Get
would be
the
wonderful.
reheat going, man. Reheat.
Even a small one would take care of a flower room,
Reheat's
pretty
been
nice.
explained to me a couple times, Art, man, and I'm still not 100% sure of how it works. It just seems so inefficient. But let me just say, so does running an AC and a dehumidifier. That's so costly and it feels just absolutely wrong. But so does running a heater and a AC unit, But I know it's about timing, lights on, lights off, different things like that. But watching my grow work, watching things how they progress in our grow and how I would implement the reheat still hasn't kicked in my head. For some reason, I can't picture me using that or how it would
What do you
work.
mean by reheat?
It's
What do you
They get rid of the dehumidifier. And what they do is run a heater and the AC unit, and they somehow
Oh.
heat the air. They cool it to dry it, and then reheat it to put it back into the tent so it's going back in as you want, versus dehumidifying it and then trying to fight the heat created by the see this. I'm not even sure if I'm explaining it right. We need smarter people. My friend Doc MJ's explained it to me twice, and I still don't fucking understand it. Like, I just can't get a mind's eye on exactly the science from the beginning to the end. And I know that people are probably in the chat thinking this dude's an idiot. I just can't do it. There's times when I leave my house, Art, man, and I'll be going to somewhere like the Enterprise car rental place. It's less than 2 miles away. It took me 10 minutes to get there. I couldn't remember how to get there, dude. I drive past it all the time. It's like a total fucking brain fart, and that I have those a lot. And this seems to be one of them. The reheat escapes me, and I don't know why. It took me like this on light science. It took me a while to start picking it up, and then when I did, it kind of really came to me. But there's things that I just have trouble with. I got to figure this reheat out. I want to implement it, and I'm not even sure if it's efficient for a small grow like mine at home.
well, that was the thing. That's the one thing that I do, have picked up, or my impression is you're still going to be using lots of resources, and it's going to be inefficient.
You're 100%.
So,
That's a great input.
which system do you choose? Which inefficient,
Reheat.
how much energy do you want to save just to like get your plants in the right zone or whatever?
I'm sold
you're
on
willing to-
reheat being better and more efficient. There's too many
Right.
people that I respect saying it, and one of them is the cannabis mechanical. I can't remember his name now. It's escaping me. But that dude is really, really good with that, and he does know his shit. He knows the science to back it up, and he has years and years of putting these systems in and getting feedback. So it's almost unquestionable at this point in my mind personally. But I want to say all-wheel drive ST182. Yes, you'd be very great to jump on and show your
ladies.
father's ladies. Yeah,
Father's ladies.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what's up with the
if you
fathers
wanna,
and ladies.
Am I reading that right? Father's ladies. Yes,
Yeah.
my father's lady. Oh, so maybe it's not his grow, it's his father, his dad's. Yeah.
That's cool. Yeah.
But he's there at his father's house or something.
I want to make sure everybody knows that that link is there for anybody who wants to come in, show their plants. You don't have to feel any pressure.
No.
You don't want to even say anything and just like dip your toe in the water because it can be scary. For me, it was and can be still. I just gotta remember you're all my friends and nom.
Come
That
on
is the
down.
press.
Come on
The
down.
press's name is Nom Nom now.
I love it. Yeah, I definitely want to do the press, want to get it out. And I think that would be cool too for people to watch us trying that out too, because it's fun to watch you press. And other people that have pressed and come on, it's just, I'm like, oh yeah. It's coming out with some beautiful stuff like Rocinante.
Oh yeah.
I remember he came on and pressed for us and it was awesome.
Speaking of,
Oh, he does wonderful work. Absolutely.
yeah, Ross Donate, he's right with everybody else. He's always got open invitation. I wanted to take a minute while all-wheel drive's getting set up to ask Art Man, if we can bring up the show you're doing on the 19th here again, so everybody's well
Sure,
aware.
go ahead.
Some people might not have been here earlier, so if you could do us a favor and reiterate.
All right. I will be on Chad Westport's The Best Grow Show this Saturday, August 19th, 2 Pacific, 5 Eastern. We'll talk about my grow. I'll show him the whole system and everything, and then we'll go talk a little bit about my art.
Awesome.
That is awesome. And I'm gonna get that link.
She's got the link coming.
Chats.
Thank you.
No problem, man. I want to make sure everybody's listening,
Yeah.
or might listen between now and then, because we get some replays, you know. They'll know where to go. Hopefully we'll see them there. They can check it out. And it's always nice to support our growmies, man. It's nice to see different people on different shows, and because people have different questions, you know, and they come at shit from different angles. Chad's a great dude, great interviewer. He's built for this shit, man. Like he's made to be a host of some sort or a DJ.
Well, I watched him last week. He did Blue Kiss Gardens, I believe was her name.
Yep.
And I watched it, and he made me very comfortable just watching him interview. So I feel pretty good. He's a nice guy too, so I feel good around him.
Yeah.
That's the first place that my wife and I got to meet Uncle Rick and
71 DPO, and it was my first.
It was your first interview.
I was hella nervous too.
Yep.
So it was my first show. So yeah, it was really cool though, because like Smart said, we got to meet Uncle Rick and 71 DPO for the first time. And I was like, those guys made me feel real comfortable as well. And for the first time, like as it being a first time thing, and you know, it was really terrifying actually for me. I wasn't comfortable with it. I'm like, no one wants to hear me, you know, what the hell, you know, but I like talking about it. I enjoy this and it was fun. I had a good time. It was like a party type of atmosphere and it was really cool. Hello, AWTD. How are you doing?
Good. How's everybody doing?
Hey, buddy.
How is everybody? Can everybody hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, we can hear you great. We're doing awesome. We're glad you're here.
We don't have a camera for you. You have your camera off, just so you know. I've recently
Like,
learned
my
some
camera
people.
off. I don't know how to. Hold on.
There's like a little video camera, like a button. It looks like a camera. You have to push that. That's on my phone because sometimes it's hard for me too. It's real small too, which just reminds me I need to adjust my prescription again on my glasses. So.
Hey, Penny Pebble Ripper said, I personally learned different methods and have grown from you guys' channels. Thanks for having this, guys. That means a lot, man. That's what it's all about, is trying to see that, because we've done that same shit in other people's shows. Learn stuff like Jack Greenstock and them guys at the Cheap Home Grow, and all over the place, really. And that's kind of what we try to do. Now, I'm glad that people do that. Even it might just be small shit. A lot of people that come here already have a grow. They have their system down. But they might find out that Oh, now I know what bugs to get if I get this, what predator bites, or now I know what light is on sale and it gives the best bang for my buck, and whatever, just little shit you might take away. And then there might be the new guy that's like, fuck, man, I'm brand new. We've all been that new person, and no one likes to feel like less than because they're new. So you want them to be excited and be like, hey, check it out. No
Yeah,
time
we
at all.
need-
You can have this same shit, no time at all.
Yeah, we need our cannabis numbers to be up, so we need to, be nice to everybody.
Strength in
and
numbers. Huh?
Love, spread that grower love.
But once we
around.
get all, we'll
And
drop
that's the
on.
atmosphere that they project over there at the Cheap Home Grow Show too.
Yes.
And
With
it's Cocoa for Cannabis. That's why we just love those places. And
Chad Westport's too, man.
yeah, these people we all look up to. Chad Westport made, me
His
comfortable.
styles,
Look at me now on my own show. Thank you, Chad Westport. I appreciate you.
he's got an infectious
Greatly.
personality. He used to be a DJ or something, he was saying, and I was thinking that's a perfect
Mm.
job for you. And he's very interactive, and he does make you feel comfortable. And he's very calm in his demeanor. He doesn't seem to get excited or makes you feel not nervous. Because some people aren't like that. They're a little more quieter, and you're like, oh, I got to carry it here. Yeah, but once we get a all-wheel drive up here, we'll get you on the big screen and show everybody. Is it your dad's plants? Did we get that right?
Yeah, it's my father's plants. He's been putting in a lot of work over here. I'm just trying to figure out how I get my
Your
video
camera.
set. You guys,
Yeah, you just take your time, and I don't know if who can help.
Well, is it Zoom or your phone that you're having trouble with?
I'm having trouble with Zoom.
Okay, so if you touch the screen with your finger, you should get a row of icons come up on the bottom. One of them should be a microphone, and one should be a camera that looks like a little square with a triangle on the end or whatever. It's like a camera. If you can see if you see that, you hit that
Yeah,
button.
all I get is a bunch of like video filters. I don't get any.
It doesn't say turn on video, turn on camera, or anything like that.
No, not when I touch the screen.
Damn. Anybody
I'm not
else?
sure
Art man, you got any advice?
Upper left corner. What is it? What do you see up there in the upper left corner when you touch the screen?
I see a circle with two arrows pointing at
That's
each
it.
other.
Well, no, that's the one that'll turn your
Turn
camera
camera
around.
around.
It'll either face it towards you or face it away from you once you get it started. So if you don't want to show your face, you're kind of going to want to cover up the camera facing you with your thumb a little bit. That way you can hit that button to turn the camera around.
When you find the camera, there's a camera icon somewhere on your
It's
phone or
probably
tablet
down
or whatever.
below, and it's probably looks like an old Polaroid camera. It's just a square with a circle on it, and that's what mine looks like.
Are you using a
I
phone?
mean, I see like, yeah, I am using a phone. I see like the camera icon to turn it around, but
Right.
probably see my mug.
Mine's got
I do
mute,
that.
stop video, participants chat.
You know what? Let me see if it'll ask. Let me request you turn on video. Maybe that'll give you.
Yeah,
a
maybe
prompt.
that'll help.
Hey,
And it's these types of moments that I just want to
Right here.
shout out Weedner DWC. SU.
Yeah, it says right here, all-wheel drive. That it says ask to start video. So I'm going to click that button and see what it asks you. All right.
Okay, we just clicked it. So is it doing anything?
Has it prompted anything for you?
Nah, it hasn't done anything for me.
Okay.
I mean, I see the plants like on my screen, and it's pointing towards
All right.
plants.
So when you hit when you hit your screen at the bottom of and when you touch your screen, you don't see mute, stop video, start video, security, participants, share screen, apps, whiteboards, and more down at the bottom. There should be a whole row of icons, and you can hit the video button and it'll start your video. If you're
I see it says video filter, says none, says add, blur.
no, you're hitting the little arrow beside the video. Try hitting the actual video icon. On mine, there's an arrow and a video button. The arrow will take me to video filters and stuff, but the actual icon to the left, a little bit to the left, is what starts my video. Huh. That sucks, man. I
Yeah,
really
this-
want to see the plants.
Yeah, you know, if you can't, we just want you to keep trying if you don't mind.
Yeah,
And
poke around at it, try to hang out for a minute.
hang out for a minute or two.
Wish it was a half hour, so
Just say like the advice from Hoobie Grown Doobies is shake it like a Polaroid.
shake it like a Polaroid picture. That's the song.
Shake, shake, shake.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, you see it. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Wow, man.
Could you turn your camera to the side? Maybe it'll make the full screen. Look at me. I'm asking for a lot now, aren't I? There we go. I see an HLG board up there.
That's,
All right. Nice.
It looks a little
Guys,
bit
see
good work.
better, man.
Yeah, we got it now. Excellent. Very good.
yeah, that's beautiful. He's putting in the work and it shows. That is absolutely gorgeous.
Full
I'm
house.
glad you guys like it. He's been putting in such hard work and such, you know, it's his second time.
Oh man, that's a wonderful second grow.
Darn
Yeah, I
right.
think he's doing a lovely job. I just wanted to, you know, show everyone. I'm really proud, you know. He just turned 70
You should
this year,
be.
so
How he just turned 70.
yeah.
Can you say that's wonderful. That is so awesome. And that plant is going to help him out. And
You know, at 70 years old, he grew up with reefer madness being pounded in his head. So it's nice to see that he actually has not bought into that, you know. And a lot of our friends are up in their age and lived with that. And it's nice to see they're
Right.
doing their thing. He's grown his own medicine. Is this medicine for your dad at that age, I'm assuming? Some creaks, some a little bit of hard art, your joints don't work as good, you know.
Yeah, all this is just, you know, just for us, just some, you know, a little hobby, something to do. We all smoke, and unfortunately, his brother has some cancer, so whatever. We help out as best as we could. So this is
that's the
Good
way
job.
to do it right there.
Damn right.
But I'm really
Help 'em
proud.
out.
In here we got in the back we got Brandon Russ Gorilla Glue number 4.
There you
I
go.
think
That's
it's
a
a
good one.
Gorilla. We got I think right over here is some Breeder's Cake number 23 from Pure Breeding, and we have another Breeder's Cake over here.
He does good work.
Yes. And you guys are doing a great job at getting those things to express. Look at that fuzz or the frost. I see
Yeah,
the
that's
frost.
amazing frost. And
Nice.
you said this was his second time. Is he enjoying this? This is something that you think that he's going to be in for the long haul, lifelong grower now.
Yep.
Oh, I think he's got the bug. He's
Oh,
definitely got the bug now. I mean,
That's it.
it's hard.
also
It's
got
hard
the
not to.
talent.
Everybody.
The
I must give you guys props, man. Everybody in this community is very, very like awesome, very welcoming. You know, can't say enough good things. And I want to give a, you know, shout out to you guys for being so inviting.
Oh, thank
We
you.
really appreciate hearing that. Yeah, it's nice to be. We're here with open arms. We'll give you a big hug. Come on in. Because you know, I personally know it's not fun when people want to shut you out
And
and
it's,
you feel like you're alone.
And
No
you-
one wants to feel that.
you can't build a nice show without of doing guest garden tours if you don't have a good crew of people that can
Oh,
come
yeah.
on and be part of it and give good tours, answer all my incessant fucking questions that I grill everybody with, and just like try, you know. And the point behind the questions is, one, because I'm a curious person, and two, and hopefully other people can learn and kind of sometimes I notice people will ask questions and it gets my mind working. It takes me down that little bit of a path or a rabbit hole and helps me understand the plant or the growing or something better. But those strains are good ones too. You guys got some great
Well,
stuff there.
If you guys don't mind me asking, I am having a little trouble with one. Maybe if you guys don't mind, I can show you what I'm having trouble
Yeah,
with.
man.
Maybe you can put me in the. All right, let me see if I could zoom in a little bit on this one.
So let me start first by asking, what substrate are you in here? Is this soil, cocoa, DWC? What
Um,
kind
this is this is build a soil. It's in build a soil, and I'm using Bokashi Earthworks line of I guess fertilizers and
Yeah,
whatnot.
right on, right on. And they're known for having good product. Both of those products, I've never used them. I'll say that from the beginning, all-wheel drive, but I've seen a lot of people using them with great success. They have a good reputation. And I think,
Now's a good time to say that I think that Marcus Green Thumb has a discount code. I do believe,
For the
I hope
cost.
that I'm not incorrect in this, so get a hold of him and save
Perfect.
yourself some money. I always like to save some money, even if it's to tip your waitress a little extra and pay it forward.
I see this one plan here.
Yeah, you guys see that? You see the leads?
Yeah, I see it.
Yep. You know what? Is it in the same size pot than all the other ones, in the same everything?
Yeah, here I'll show you. I'll show you what they're in. They're just in
Ah,
Oh, okay.
sip
they're in
containers.
zip containers.
And you have 2 plants per sip. How many gallons is in those?
I believe this is I believe it's what, like 1.5 gallons. Like how much how much soil it holds.
Yeah, it's probably
Little
more.
show from underneath.
Nice. My other question would be, well, as far as that one plant goes, man, sometimes it seems to always be one dickhead in the crowd for our tents. We always have one.
Yeah.
Right now, it's our MK Ultra. It's really far behind and shit. When you do multiple strains like that, I think it's somewhat got to be expected. But at the same time, there's definitely something going on with that plant.
Right.
Um,
Heavy feeder, because sometimes you'll get that. And being that you're in that soil, I don't, maybe you have to like recharge some of that stuff in there.
Well, I think for that to be true, the other ones would have to be showing the same thing. So I don't think it's a soil because the other ones look great, right?
They do.
And
but
if everything's the same, then that one, like you're saying, it could be a heavy feeder, but I don't
I don't
know.
know.
I feel like that it's probably going to be some sort of a root zone issue. Maybe that one, when you was potting up, didn't do as well, or maybe it's, I don't know. Sometimes we see that when it's closest to the fan or something, right? The pot
Yeah,
style,
I do.
which isn't the
Yeah.
case.
The case there. It looks like
These
everything.
were also very like they were very over veg. I had a huge kind of like a huge problem. First my basement flooded, and then the toilet decided to do the same thing. So these in my space. So these were originally in my space. We brought them over here because he just I don't know. I find that like I have tents, but I find that it's easier to keep all your parameters better in like a room.
Yes,
For me,
I agree. 100%.
Yeah, I mean, Art Man, I know you agree too. It's easier to get around, right?
Oh yeah, you know it.
I would love
And
to
like
have that
see-
room. That's a beautiful white room,
Yeah. Just
Yeah, and this
wall to wall, man. You got wall to wall from the window
yeah
to the wall.
the walls I got a little bit from I guess from Spartan Grown and Big Pawn. They have they did like what was it, like I guess like PVC panels.
Yes.
That's what they obviously got nicer panels than I did. I did like Home Depot panels just because what they got is very expensive.
No,
So this
yeah.
is but yeah, just the best we could with what we have,
Hey,
It's,
we love DIY, and our big inspiration for a lot of our what we do came from a show called The Cheap Home Grow Show, which you're probably familiar with. And so we love the fact that you can get the reflectability that you're getting there with a cheaper product, man. It's not lesser. It's not like it's mold. It's inducing mold or something crazy, and you want that way. You got a good solid wall foundation that's white, cleanable. And I like it, and I like what you use. I know what it is, and that's probably what I would use. But You got a great space there, man.
Oh, most definitely.
I know it's your dad's.
Thank you, thank you.
You're all in it too. I can tell. My dad has an outdoor garden. I'm always in it.
And that I think is this is a great hobby to share with someone that you love. And
Yeah.
speaking of love, I see my wonderful husband is once out of coffee again. I'm gonna go give you a refill there.
What else? So back to that plant, man. I want to say I can't tell you like, well, obviously you can't foliar spray or anything because you're in flower. I wouldn't be comfortable saying, oh, put this on it, man, and it'll come back. You know, I really don't. I'm one thing I like to pride myself in is being not giving advice that I don't know, but also talking authoritative on shit that I do understand and have seen in my time. But this is one that I wouldn't feel comfortable giving you any advice on, like how to maybe get that to go. Where are you at in flower here? You're getting probably about what, 4 weeks, 3-4 weeks or so, somewhere 5 weeks.
This is the beginning of the fifth.
Beginning of the fifth. Okay, yeah. So it's like you're pretty deep in the game now. It's not going to stretch for you. It seems to be putting on buds at the same rate, kind of. It's just a little bit. It suffered a little dwarfism. It seems. Do you get the feeling that it's turning its leaves quicker than the other ones as well? I guess that's part of it, you know.
Yeah, I feel like maybe she might be ready faster than the other ones, you know. But I'm just like, I don't know. Like, I don't think it's too terrible, but I know something's up.
Yeah, no, and I'm the same way as you. I would probably ask people like, what do you think happened here or whatever, you know, but as far as like your dad goes, I don't think it's anything that he did or a lack of ability or anything. I think sometimes one plant can get upset with two of them in two of them in a container. Excuse me. It makes me think that it's not like overwatering or the one right beside it would be having it as well. Or like, you know, anything at the root zone too crazy, but it's hard to figure out, you know. I'm sitting here running shit through my head and I'm thinking, nothing I can think of that I feel comfortable in saying this is what it is, and I'm pretty damn confident. But you know, I would say that it's probably still going to yield well in the overall sense of your square footage. You're not going to suffer, you know, your harvest per square foot or your grams per micromole that you're paying for out of your light. And in my mind, that's a successful freaking grow, man.
Yeah. You don't think I might be? I don't know. I think I may be like a little bit underlit. This is a 5x8, and I know the lights for a 5x5.
Yeah, I was going to ask what because it looked. See, this is the thing, and I should have asked, but I was going to ask you, like, what looks like the light could be raised a little bit. You probably don't have a light meter, I'm assuming, like a quantum.
No, I don't have a car meter. That would be awesome, but they are a little.
What kind of light? What kind of light is it?
It's a HLB. I think 650R.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's a light. That's what it looks like, something around there. And here's what I would suggest. And this is something I speak pretty authoritative on because I do have a quantum sensor and I've moved my lights around and see how they react and understand the science behind it. But you wouldn't lose by raising your lights. You would actually gain. You may lose a little bit of overall PPF, but you will gain better distribution. That trade-off will be worth it, I can guarantee you. And if in that situation, if you don't have like another light that you can put in there to compensate for the lack of light, in my mind, and I would say most people that you would talk to, would be the best bet is to raise that light a little bit. It'll spread it out more, but at the same time, you'll get a better it just works better. And the way you can look at this is the light's not going to lose anything from flying through space. The photons don't lose anything. You could get, whether it's 6 inches away or 6 miles away, as long as it doesn't hit anything, atmosphere won't kill it. So the only loss you'll suffer at that time is when you raise it up, you'll hit a little bit more walls, but you'll still get reflectivity. That's about a 20% loss in those photons. But the distribution you get will be much better for your plants, man. You'll have, you know, a more even canopy, even if it's slightly lower than really low outside edges and a decent middle, if that makes sense. Sometimes I'm not the best at explaining shit. I'm looking at it in my head, and raising that light would help you guys, I think. Even if it's really maybe 12 inches or something, I think you'll do better with edges. We always have a saying that we like to talk to when we're consulting with anyone about things like this. And it's, you always defend the edges, man. That's where we should, because the middle will fall into place much easier than the edges. If you get those at your 500 to 700 mark, you're usually good to go. And your light height will then dictate the middle. You don't want to be over 1,000. So it's a little bit of a balancing act. If that was my tent, I'd turn it all the way up to 100% and raise it up about a foot. And I think it will really help.
Hang on, Smart. Is that the Diablo?
No, he's talking about the
No.
R spec. I think it has the red.
Yeah, it's the 650 R spec.
Yeah.
Okay, that I have a 650 R spec, what they call that. So
There you go.
it does have it can be it can have a hot spot in the middle. So if you can lift it up, it's much more efficient. Like he said, the distribution is much better.
Well, that's like
Okay.
that's the big pitfall when it comes to quantum boards. It's a reason that I don't ever recommend quantum boards to anybody, because they will grow great buds and they're not bad lights, but they're just not as efficient. They require much better hanging height to get distribution. And this is because of points of emission being closer to the center of the tent. When you have a bar light, it puts your points of emission out and it spreads the light evenly over the canopy. Therefore, you can oftentimes run closer to the canopy without having those hot spots. You get no overspill losses, no reflective losses. And I'm a big fan of that. I loved our Fluence had a 6-inch hanging height for vertical growth or for vertical integration. And it was wonderful, man. You lose almost nothing. Your plants, the canopy soaks up everything. You can keep your wattage down, your PPFD up to a good point, and it just all comes together. And once I started to understand the lighting and how it worked, and I was thinking, man, this is quite fun to be able to dial this in and watch how my plants react. But yeah, to me, it looks like the light's a little bit to the left and kind of low, but maybe it's just because of where the camera's at. But you would definitely.
It's just from where the camera's at. I'm actually in the corner because, I mean,
Gotcha.
it's pretty tight in here.
Yeah. No, you would definitely.
Very full.
From raising it up. Come on, Kitty, you want to?
Yeah, like right now I'm up against like the wall trying to like you could probably see my belly sticking out a little bit.
Right on. Hey, don't take any of that in shade, brother. I want you to take away that we think you're doing great. I just hope that might be able to help you out a little bit. But
No, not at all. Like honestly, like the reason I got to be completely honest with everybody, the lights that I got refurbished because, like I said, it was very expensive, and that's what I could do. So my lights are actually I purchased refurbished, and so it is what it is.
They'll grow great. They'll grow great buds. Don't worry, those lights will grow great buds.
Oh, fucking no doubt about it. And you've already shown.
Well, look at them.
Yep. You're showing it now, man. There's nothing. Well, the thing is this all-wheel drive. You got a great space there, right? And you're doing perfect. But it's the how do I want to say it? The wannabe science person inside of me that sees something like that, and the first thing my mind goes to is square footage. Because when we're setting up a grow, that's what we go to, square footage, and then that dictates how many plants we have and how much light we need, and things like that. And then once you figure that out, that'll dictate how much BTUs you need to offset with cooling. And so it's a progress that starts with me in my head as square footage. And so when I see that, excuse me, I first thing I do is see square footage. I look up and see how much light, and that question comes to my head. But I just didn't want to say nothing. I was like, it looks underlit, but he's doing great. And sometimes you just don't want to say it. But I'm glad you brought it up. And because it's something you can think about. Now, your dad could probably do, I want to make sure you realize I'm putting air quotes, better by adding a small light in there, or a bar, like maybe an SP 3000 or something, kind of a bar light to take up one side. You could move that light over, or something. But that also comes with a higher load of AC offset, and so so you're going to pay more to light it. So that's always something, and depending on where you live, it could be problematic with the extra heat. So,
and depending on what time of year, like
taking all that into consideration, it's up to you to decide what you need. But if you wanted to get down to brass tacks, that square footage does need more light, but you're definitely making it work. that makes sense.
Yeah, yeah. No, and I definitely feel you on the time of year. I think this is the last time I do a summer one. It's just a lot. It's even, even at my other one, growing in the summer is kind of hard. I have an AC and a dehumidifier going. It's expensive, and
Yeah.
it might just be worth it just to keep it going during the winter and take the summers off.
Yeah.
Yeah. What
That
sucks
brings
is
my curiosity back to the reheat, because I know by us running the dehumidifier, which creates heat in itself, it's like running a heater anyway, and running the air conditioner, which is going to be more efficient.
well, and I get you all will drive. I often say I'm going to just grow enough to where I can take the time off. The thing is I don't like taking the time off. You know what I tell myself? Even if the grow doesn't end up perfect,
But
I still want to grow, even if it doesn't end up perfect, man. I'm still gonna put the time in and grow it out, and I just want to be in the tent and have something going, even if it's during the hot months.
Yeah, that's why we're doing this run right now.
Yeah.
Just to test it out, just to see what we're gonna need, just for future ideas,
So,
I guess.
I get it. I want to
Yeah.
take time off, but you know
I
what?
do time off though. It's nice just to maybe a week or 2 or 3.
Yeah.
But then you're like, get that itch again, like, what adventure can we get in to?
Oh,
with
yeah.
with all the seeds, and then you start. If you look at your seeds, then it's done and over. Oh, or you
Yeah,
already have.
I understand the itch. I took I've grown before in the past, and it took a couple of years off when I had a friend that passed away, and I just couldn't do it for a while. But I felt something missing from my life, so I started probably about a year or 2 ago. So this is again with my father. It's our second grow, and it's my first time using LEDs. And at my other place, it's my first time using tents and LEDs. So it's definitely a little bit of a learning experience. But it's all great. I love learning about it, and that's basically it.
Yeah.
Well, you two are doing such an excellent, awesome job. I wish I could show you photos of our second grow.
Huh.
It wasn't until later we met Dr. MJ Coco, and our grows then did start.
We met the whole community.
Yeah, we first met him, and then we met the rest of you fine folks, and the rest is history. But you were off to a fine start. Awesome job. And it's awesome to have you in this community.
I was gonna say that you guys bring a good vibe. It's people like you that make a good show too, man. You come on and you show your stuff. You're honest about what you know, what you don't know. You take advice and or constructive criticism well. And I know it's only a matter of time until you're turning around and explaining this stuff to somebody else, just like it was explained to us. And you said you grew before, so some of this I'm sure is not new, but it can be different when you switch lighting and stuff.
Oh yeah.
I was used to high pressure sodiums.
Yeah.
What a difference.
We all were.
Yeah.
You won't get those tips, those bleached out tops.
Yeah.
But I don't think the video would work very well with some high pressure sodiums.
No, you get these lines that roll across the screen like you're in some 70s commercial or something, man. It's just lines rolling. You know what I mean? And you don't brand yourself if you bump your ankle into the ballast. And
it's so hot.
it's just it's nice to have these lights. But and here's the other thing, and I hope nobody gets the wrong impression on this, is like with the HLG lights. I know a lot of my friends use them. I've seen many people grow great buds with them. There's a few reasons why I don't like them, but some in the chat said Ross and Alte is saying that they don't. It's just because they're quantum boards. It's older technology, and some of their marketing. I don't appreciate the naked women and all this other shit. But it's hard to say things like that without looking like an asshole and casting shadow. I don't recommend those lights, but they do grow great buds, man, under the right hands. So that's the takeaway there. The cost per UML is not something that I would pay for, especially with the distribution. And again, sometimes I have a hard time thinking, how do I tell people that without feeling like I'm casting shade on someone, because I don't want to be that dude. But you guys are my friend, and I want you to get the best prices you can. Lighting's something I understand. Medic Grow bar lights, best cost per unit.
That's
Like I said,
just what I was gonna say, like the Medic Grow's got it going on. Tell them about it.
but not only that, we have a code, it's SMART for Medic Grow that will help you. And you guys know we're not scumbags that try to make money. So save yourself a couple bucks. Here's the other thing. Little insider tip, Mars Hydro is really coming down their prices, getting very competitive in their pricing. And for various reasons, the lighting's coming down, man, and they're one of the ones showing it. They're right neck and neck with Medic Grow. They got some good fixtures out right now for the price.
So if you're considering maybe, I really like that watering system that Smart and Crispy have, and I'm gonna head over to Mars Hydro and purchase one of them. I'll remember the code CCFC to save myself some dough. While I'm at it, I'm gonna look at lights and I find one of them. I save myself some dough on that as well using code CCFC.
Yep. And I want to mention this before we move on. Our friend in the chat, Ross Anante, I believe is selling lights now. The guy's well versed. Watched him go from someone interested in going to school. Now he's got like a master's degree or some shit. And I don't want to overstate him or make him feel uncomfortable, but he's very intelligent, very well spoken. I look up to the guy and what he has to say a lot of times because he does put in the work on like a lot of stuff. And it's very interesting what he says and the stuff he brings to the table. But where I'm going with this is you can trust him. So if anybody's like, I know Art Man's conversated with Ross Anante about lights and shit. Check Ross Anante out. Sure, he's got good prices, good lights, very well understood.
Has a code
All that shit.
and everything.
And he's in the chat right now.
Links to that. That's why the everybody has a wrench.
Art Man was talking to him about lights.
So yeah.
Yep, he knows his
Hey, guys.
stuff.
I don't mean to be rude, but I kind of have to go, so I'm gonna say
Yeah,
goodbye.
man. Oh yeah.
No problem.
Thank you for letting me show off my father's plants, and cheers to everybody, and happy growing.
Cheers, all.
Nice having you.
Yeah,
That is a real treat having
I
to
know.
see that grow.
70 years old, man.
Him and his father, it's nice to grow with someone you love, or a buddy or whatever.
Yes,
It's fun. Not that it's not fun, because you guys already know if like your spouse or your friends or your loved ones aren't into it, you're not really growing alone either, because you have me and Smart right here too, and this awesome community. So
If your wife don't want you buying lights, you can come complain to us. We'll understand.
yeah, we'll
Or
understand.
your husband. We've heard that before. My husband doesn't want me spending a lot of money.
And if you need like a woman to maybe explain and help like smooth things over, I can tell them as a woman's point of view that this plan is awesome, and getting a new light is only going to be beneficial for everyone. Happy husband, happy life.
Yes, there's Ross Anante's link right there.
Awesome.
And I know that I think I can say where he's from, right? He told us where he was from. I better not. But anyhow, I know that if you're close to him, he'll be willing to come meet you. You know what I mean? If you're within, and it's up to him. He's in the chat. He can say if he wants. But yeah, that's pretty cool, man. That somebody's out there that can drive to you if you're in the area.
Right. Now we did an interview with him, and I'm pretty sure he gave told us the location of the facility.
I want to ask all the drive here.
Like wrong, and
Is he having a hard time disconnecting all-wheel drive?
he might be like just
I don't want to kick him out because it would make him not.
be able to come back again.
But I've also had people not be able to disconnect, and I started hearing private conversations, and I had to hurry up and
Well,
mute
you know
it.
what? We'll just do it now, and then we'll just end the show, because
Yeah,
we did that one time with hemp with Gigi. He couldn't get out,
we couldn't get back
So-
in.
so he asked us to please kick him out, and we did, because we didn't know. It was early on in this tech, we've learned a lot since then. Anyway, he could not get back in, and that sucked.
Ross and off, they told everybody,
Yeah, Illinois, I think it was the same state as,
as other friends of ours. But
as far as I don't want to spill the beans, because I don't know what it's not,
but yeah, Illinois is a legal state.
Land of Lincoln, it's legal there. You guys are all lucky,
It's 100.
Yes, we are.
Yeah, see, Art Man, I didn't want to I know, I think you told us before too,
Oh yeah.
because he
we're
said
legal.
about something that you guys were gonna, he was gonna be at an event or something and you were finding out where it was. Am I mistaken on that? It was.
Well,
a
I
while
never did
back.
hook up with him. We were gonna hook up at one time. We'll get there eventually.
Yeah.
It'll happen.
And
Yeah.
we will too.
I'll get down there.
I can't wait to meet you, Art Man, and someday that is gonna happen.
Oh yeah, Illinois is not that far.
It's on the way to going to Vegas.
Yeah, it's not that far, and you know,
And then off to California.
yeah. And if you're in the area, Ross Knott, they'd be happy to hook up with you. So check them out. There goes Philly boy coming in late. We're about to end it, buddy. We only have two of us, so we have a couple minutes. But what else did I want to? Oh, you know, I wanted to take a minute at the end of the show and tell everybody, let's not forget our good friend Rogue Skywalker, who's recently in an accident, and what I understand may be paralyzed from the neck down for the rest of his life. And it really puts into perspective. You know, if you're talking to your Grammy one day and the next day you may never talk to him again, you know, and
Or hold a flower, or be able to tend to a
or be
garden.
able to tend to a garden.
It's devastating.
And sometimes reminds us, we all know how precious life is and the community and being able to do what we do, but you know, we don't think about that every day. I know I surely don't. And so you know, cheers to Rogue Skywalker for getting the message to us. And we hope that, you know, the best recovery possible befalls you and that, you know, the best possible outcome for sure, because, you know, it sucks for anybody to hear that, but someone in the community that's always been positive influence, had good things to say, and now just can't come around. I really, really hope that somehow that message, or he just feels some love from us in some sort of way. And, cheers to Rogue Skywalker, buddy. That's a tough one.
Yeah, that is a tough one.
Very much so.
Yeah. And,
Yeah, and,
I guess,
To say that I just like to give a quick shout out. Someone on the show said that they got to see Blue Kiss Gardens on the Chad Westport show.
sorry, man.
And if I'm remembering correctly, I think I saw it on Instagram. I think she's going to be on the Let's Be Buds show tonight, if I'm
Okay.
not mistaken. So I put that link in chat. Head over there after our show, and we're going to be winding it down here, so you guys can get your popcorn and snacks.
One more thing I'd like to say, you know, it's ironic because I'm going to be on Let's Be Bud's show next month. So I'm following Blue Kiss on her shows. So
You
wherever
are.
she goes next time, maybe I'll be there too.
That's pretty cool.
That's a top act to follow too, man. So cheers to you, because Blue Kiss, she's a great Gromy, man. She's been around
Yes.
for a while. She always has good input, and it's just she's fun when she comes on. So I always enjoy Blue Kiss and gives a good interview. But yeah,
And good
man,
energy. Fun,
good energy.
fun.
So there you go. Now you know Art Man's coming up again. That's this Saturday. He's going to be on Chad Westport's show. What was the name of it again? The Best Grow Show. Is that it?
Yeah,
Well, that's hard for me to say. You know, as much as I love Chad, I have my own. We have our own show here. How can we call his the best?
He grabbed the top name for everything.
Because you have to say it. So yes, I'm going to say it. Check out the Best Grow Show. Chad Westport. Saturday the 19th, Art Man, and then stay tuned for next month when he's going to be on Let's Be Buds. We'll follow you around, Art Man. We'll make sure the support's there,
Yeah.
and it's fun to see you be able to spread your message, your word, your art, new crowds, you know, different people, and that goes for everybody that we try to support them, you know, when we can, and hopefully it doesn't
right.
fall on a night where we have something we can't make it. But if so, we're always there in spirit, man.
Right, and I don't want you to forget, Art Man, that we're going to be doing the Last Prisoner project too with the Let's Be Buds show, along with a lot of other really awesome people. And that date is
September 16th from noon to midnight.
and we're going to be the opening act. So Art Man will be on that show too with us. I hope.
Cool. That's where I met you guys, by the way. So there you go.
Yeah,
Awesome.
right on. So we'll have to get some more details on that and see what's up. And I will we're gonna have to wrap it up here.
Yeah, we'll let Art
Two
Man.
people. I was gonna say, okay, you need to go first.
Artman 2Ns 420 _ at Instagram. Right now, I've been flooding the place with my art before the Chad Westport show. So come on over there. And I'm at the Cocoa for Cannabis website and chat all the time. So come over there.
Right on.
Thank you.
Awesome.
Appreciate it as always, Art Man. And I am Smart Poker. I appreciate the support that we get for our grows and our personal life, the therapeutic value of this show, of growing with my friends, being a part of this community is unparalleled. It's something I've never felt a part of something like this in my whole life, man. I've never been into sports and shit. So being a part of this community, having people that actually enjoy our company and stuff means a lot to me. And I hope everybody feels that every week, that we enjoy coming back. This is our way of life. It's not just a hobby for us. And we really do enjoy this. It's not just lip service. It's therapeutic for me, man. I get off of these shows and I ride this high for like an hour while I'm doing other stuff and tending to things that I might not really want to be into. So this is great, man.
Yes.
We appreciate it very much.
And
Very much.
follow me here on Sunday and Wednesday and YouTube and Instagram. Thank you, everybody, and